Oh, relax. I'm a medical cannabis patient. See? Here's my paper. I didn't do anything illegal. Anyway, today's show is going to be a review on the movie Budz House. Okay, so this movie is obviously, just by the title you can tell, filled with stereotypes. Yet more modern stereotypes, like the stereotypes of the white guy that likes to hang out with the black guys and get high and yada yada yada. But yeah, it pretty much takes place in the ghetto. Of course, cannabis is accepted in the ghetto because with fucked up situations everywhere, people need something to relieve the stress. I myself know that because I lived in a ghetto. I lived in East Chicago Heights, which was like a war-torn country. So I know very well about all that, although I wasn't smoking back then when I was a teenager. I didn't start partaking in cannabis till I was 27 years old. Till I had all of my research and information about it and about all of the benefits that it can serve someone if they choose to try it. So anyway, back to the movie. The movie was funny to me. It was just like, it shows that prohibition is like coming to an end. I mean, that's what the movie said to me. I mean, one of the white guys that was hanging out with these black guys smoked some cannabis, and it's like he had an epiphany, and he started talking about all the benefits of cannabis, and and this like profound insights are thrown in with all of this ghetto talk and supposed promiscuous women, but that aren't really that promiscuous. It's just funny and bizarre scenarios that appear in this movie that reminds me of some crazy crap that happens when you live in a ghetto. It's all kinds of weird, bizarre stuff. So, and, that's so funny because, like, with those kind of ghetto-like cannabis movies, they're always there's one main character. We'll just call him Bud, so one main character trying to figure out how to make money and to get out of the ghetto. And it's always cannabis turns up, to save the day, supposedly. And then some drug dealer goes, hey, that's my cannabis, hey, what are you doing? Trying to rough people up. They hide the cannabis underneath their house, and somehow they had some leaky pipes or whatever, and crap was coming onto the cannabis and making it grow faster. I mean, all these weird and bizarre things thrown into this crazy mix of a movie called Budz House. I gotta admit, as far as comedies go, it was funny. It had its funny parts. I didn't expect anything from it. I expected it to be some cheesy, less than a star rating or whatever. And I don't even get into those. I don't even like listening to movie critics because they just kind of like, it's based on their perspective. And a lot of times the movie critics' perspective has nothing to do with me. I can't relate to that person. So anyway, but that movie was like just totally ridiculous. There was so much going on, like there always is in cannabis-related movies, like so many events happening at once. I mean, some crazy pimp-looking guy with a polyester vest and suit pants on, light blue, with a fedora hat on, hanging out with the lead drug dealer, who's a heavyset black guy with eyes that look like some sort of like Alaskan wolf or something. His eyes are almost white. It's just like, it's way beyond ridiculous. I mean, yeah, so I don't know. It's like when you watch this specific movie, I don't think it gives you a sense of like, oh man, they're really harshing on cannabis. They don't know anything. They just want to send out a negative message to people about this drug. Well, I mean, it's not a drug to me, like I said, an herb. And this movie didn't seem that way to me. It just seemed like a straight-up comedy, and they throw in little tidbits about cannabis that are, kind of true. So, I mean, I don't know, just thinking about it, it just makes me laugh because I just see the future of cannabis, this medicinal herb, for people to use if they decide that's what they want to do. It's just going to get to the point where it's laughable that this was an illegal substance. Here in California, it's legal in the state level, but on the federal level, it's still considered illegal. So you could come here and get a medical cannabis, I guess you call it a recommendation. They have cannabis doctors that specialize in cannabis, and you go to that doctor and you tell them what your ailments are, and you're able to be approved to get cannabis. And with this approval, you can go to an actual dispensary and purchase cannabis items of all sorts. So, or you can grow it yourself too. That's the choice also here as well. But it's not completely it's not legal on the federal level. But I think that it's coming to a close, really, in my opinion. In 2016, next year, there's going to be, I don't know if it's a bill per se, that Californians can vote on to fully legalize cannabis in this state. So, I mean, we're way behind in the game. Colorado is completely legalized. Texas is legalized. Seattle is as well. So, I'm going to get out and do my part next year and vote for it. You know, because it's not just so that it can soothe the ills of sick people and mentally ill or ease anxiety. It's so all-encompassing. If we were allowed to grow it as much as we want it to, it would improve the environment, the air, the ozone layer. I mean, and we would have to chop down a lot of trees in order to provide paper. Cotton, we wouldn't need all that cotton. You know, we could just use hemp fiber, and the hemp fiber is a lot stronger and it lasts longer. So, yeah, it's an overall wonderful plant, you know, and it's just only seen as in a stereotypical way within movies, within media, within anything, you know, that's out there. There's a negative slant on it, but more and more people are pushing more of a positive view on it and bringing forth information that is true, you know. And I guess information in itself is supposed to inform you and let you know what's really going on. Even if you never try cannabis yourself, if you spoke to many people that use it on a daily basis, they can tell you that it's helped them through a lot of things. I mean, I have PTSD. I suffer from PTSD from when I had the military experience. If you watch that video on here, this channel, I have an Army experience that I share. And I have PTSD from childhood traumas and things like that still occur, and the cannabis helps alleviate that. I have 2 knees and 2 ankles that are arthritic, so that definitely soothes it. Whenever I get up in the morning, I feel nauseous because I have acid reflux, so that soothes the nausea. And I have anxiety, you know, a bit of social anxiety, I have to admit. But that's the thing, is that it's a miracle herb, in my opinion. You know, it helps with so many things. And, you know, Budz House, this movie, it didn't leave me feeling like pissed off at the end of it. It just left me feeling like just laughing, because a lot of this is like silly, crazy scenarios and lightheartedness that, you know, some of the stuff does go down in the ghetto, but not the whole, like, growing herb underneath your house part. But, I mean, yeah, this movie didn't leave me feeling sour. It was, like, just left me feeling like, yeah, I mean, they put a positive slant on cannabis within the ghetto, because if you ever lived in the ghetto, you would know that is a harsh reality to get through. And I don't know how I got through it, but I got through it, and I wasn't partaking in cannabis that early in my life, you know. So yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, Budz House, pretty good movie. It's not like a great, awesome movie, but it's funny. It's got its moments, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Trying to think of what movie I want to review next. I've kind of been avoiding the Cheech and Chong movies because I think everybody's seen those, but I guess it doesn't really matter what you've seen. It's just my take on it. So I think I'll try doing the first one, review the first one for next week, for next Monday. And thank you as always for coming by. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for coming by and looking at all my other videos as well. And there's many more to come. Alright, take care guys. Peace.